Welcome back. This is the financial fitness segment right here at Hope at Dawn. You are watching Hope TV across all our social media platforms as well. Thank you so very much. And we are having such a beautiful and also encouraging conversation, such an inspiring conversation for everyone, wherever you are, for those who are just graduating, those who are in the job, job hunting stage, those who are in the job market already, those who are employed, entry level, wherever you are, this is a conversation, including those who are in managerial positions. We are talking about navigating the career landscape and preparedness for the job market. And we are having Dr. Susan Nkanata. She's also a lecturer at the Kirinyaga University. And so thank you so very much, Dr. Susan. As we continue with our conversation, and we were discussing this even off-air, in as far as where people come from and the vision, the sacrifice, and the commitment that they have, that journey is not an easy journey. And I like that you are so vulnerable to even share your own story of where you have come from. And look at you. How critical is, vision, sacrifice, commitment, na ile wanajiita self-motivation?
Those are very, very critical. Yeah. Because in this journey of life, you do not wait for people to celebrate you. You have to really to celebrate small wins.
Yeah.
You see? So a vision, without a vision, even we can quote the Bible, people perish. And it applies to individualize.
Yeah.
If you do not have a vision, then you are going nowhere.
Yeah.
You just be stuck or stagnated in one place.
Yeah.
And so I would say, because we usually teach people at the beginning of the year to have vision boards. And nowadays, there's so much information about a vision board.
True.
So you need to draw your vision board, no matter how small it is, and start somewhere. Throughout, you draw the circle, the wheel, They say that in my career, this is what I want, in my family, blah, 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 so that you have a work-life plan. So you start somewhere and draw where you want to be, what you want to become. That's now a self-evaluation. It's not us who will come to tell you.
No.
It is you to sit down and now refocus and say, this is what I want.
Yeah.
That is the first step,
Yeah.
to know where you want. Then after that, you must commit your resources, your time, your friendships, your everything.
Yeah.
You have to be ready to lose some
Yeah.
and to gain others. So you commit yourself to the process. Of course, it's not an easy process.
Yeah.
It requires sacrifice. It requires self-drive. Inaitangwa inner drive. You motivate yourself. For me, to move from a secretary to a doctor, it has taken out of resilience, a lot of focus, a lot of refocusing, a lot of sacrifice for time and resources, but it is worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Let's talk to someone who is already in employment and they want to grow, in as far as their career is concerned, and maybe how do they prepare themselves for that growth? The problem, and the reason I'm asking this, is because many a times they see that as the end. Once I get the employment, the first employment, and they are like, sasa nimefika. And they feel now that they can rest and now everything will be okay. How do they keep growing and positioning themselves even?
Yeah, so they should know that discomfort is the admission to the process of growth.
Yeah.
So you have to be uncomfortable with your present. And I would explain that with the so-called 5 P's of development, because we have the possibility as the first P.
All right.
And that means you must have a mindset of seeing possibilities, even where there are none.
See possibilities where...
Yes, and you start looking around. If you are in employment here, be eyeing for where can I grow, where can I get for future. Don't look for limits. For example, if you want to be the manager, for example here, you don't say I'll never be, but you ask yourself, what skills do I require for me to be that person?
Yeah.
The mind of possibility.
Yeah.
Then after that, you must embrace what we call presence. You must show up and show up correctly. You show up and show up well.
Yeah.
So that when you are called to do something in your organization, your presence is felt.
Yeah.
You don't go for meetings to just sit, but you thoughtfully contribute. Let me tell you one of the things that made me rise.
All right.
Was how I showed up at my organization. I was a secretary, but I was the first person to arrive in the organization. So when the CEO used to pass, he used to see my only office. I was not his secretary, but I was somewhere in those back offices.
Yes.
But every time he would pass by, he would say hi to me. And it didn't take long before he drew me close to him.
Yeah.
Because he said, I would want a person who is committed like that. Because at 8, and he's the executive, the CEO, his office is not open. But my office, which is just an office, I have settled that I'm serving my visitors. So you show up and you show up correctly. Intentionally, saying that even if this is a small position, there's no small position anyway, but then you are committed to what you do. If you are called to speak, you speak intentionally. And you give solutions to problems, not just speaking. So your presence really matters. The next thing in the P is the people. You network properly. You collaborate. You show up to people. You help people. All that. Then the other one is perspective. Do not let the daily frustrations pin you down. Be strategic. See ahead. Run from the daily frustrations. Gather up the frustrations and let them teach you a lesson. Now I'm speaking to the people who feel stuck. They are feeling frustrated. That's an excuse. All frustrations that you see on a daily basis should be able to help you strategically think on where you want to be. Learn from the failure and move on. The next is perseverance. Don't give up. Always small steps. Celebrate the small wins. Move. If you get stuck, it's okay. Do the small thing you are able to do. Every day, you are doing something towards your growth. Not only money, but all around the things that I have talked about. Of course, money is required at some point. But you see now, you will also be doing something about it. Now that you have a vision, you have drawn your financial goals as well. So before you get the money probably to do something, there are free courses. Online courses. You can go to forums that are free. Squeezy people are teaching free online things. Get to those stuff and be able to learn and show up there correctly as well.
All right. I love that. So it's possibility. See possibility.
Yes.
Then people.
Presence.
Perspective.
How is your perspective to things? Are you always negative about self? But do not judge situations and personalize them. Just let the situation be separate from the individual so that you are able to move. Otherwise, if you let the politics of your organization pin you down, you'll never move. You don't want to think how I was fought as a young girl heading the HR department. People talked all manner of things. But that did not make me stop. So I saw it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And then now the same people that were criticizing me then are looking for me. So you don't, the criticizers is okay. Because there is professional growth is not linear. It has its handles. So you just appreciate them and say, yes, you can cry if you have to cry, but run and move.
Let's and especially I don't know if how easy or how hard it is. I'm looking at this man or woman in this organization, and a position has cropped up. There's a vacancy within the organization she works in. Are they in a disadvantageous position or advantageous position, and how can they position themselves to occupy, maybe it's a higher position from where they were serving? How should they also prepare themselves?
It's an advantage to them because they are serving the organization. But now you have to do what I have said. You have to always look out for possibilities. For instance, the position you are in, you want the next position. What skills are required? So that you continually, slowly by slowly, build them. Then how do you have you gotten the trust? We call it visibility. How visible are you? Personal branding. So that your communication skills, your teamwork, your everything can be noticed. And that is why I said your visibility is very, very critical. Your presence is very, very critical. When you are called upon to do a certain task, do you meet deadlines? You always have excuses for it. So how you carry yourself, because me, I grew in the same organization until I left at some point.
Wow.
How do you network with, how is your relationship with your seniors? Do they trust you?
Yeah.
Are you reliable?
Yeah.
You know, people are not dependent. In my book that I have authored on navigating the career world, people do not know how to say no, George.
Yeah.
You will be given a lot of work, you say yes.
Yeah.
But then you will not manage. And so I tell people, be dependable. If you know you will not finish the work that you've been given, please say, I may not manage by that time, but I will try and see whether I will be able to do it. That will earn you trust.
Yeah.
But now when you take everything and wrote it in your desk, and your CEO wants the report, and you say, I have not finished, you cannot get the trust.
Yeah.
That's why I say, continually build yourself. Trust is very, very, very important. Also growing and also being able to stay with people. People management, teams, because people will always also give recommendation about you. So there's an advantage of you being in the organization, but how you work on yourself in relation to your skills, in relation to how you handle people, in relation to how you gain trust with your seniors will depend whether you will be promoted or not. Yes.
You mentioned something to do with the office. Of course, it's all over office politics and all. Help up someone in terms of their relationships, because relationships between employees and especially the HR department. Are you, let me ask you this openly, niache kuenda around. Are you for us or against us as HR?
The challenge with the HR department is the nature of its roles.
Okay.
You know, it's a dual role department, and it's at the middle. It is on the employees, and it is on the employers.
Yes.
So sometimes employees feel like the HR is not on their side. But ideally, they are trying to juggle the conflicting role between them being part of the leadership. But now, the evolving HR or the human relations, because HR has since evolved, is the person who is able to ensure that the potential of people is being unleashed. We have moved from the era of managing people as resources, and now we are unleashing people to ensure that they are able to show up their potential. So it's a gradual transition, and those who are fast enough to transition will transition fast. Because we are no longer in the former HR that saw people as just resources to be managed. We are now supposed to have grown, because we have also work diversity. Multiple generations now are coming in, and they no longer value what we valued in the former generations. So the flexibility and adaptability is no longer a choice.
And now that you have mentioned something to do with generations and all, and the former years and the current world that we are living in, and also all through our conversations, you also have mentioned something to do how you show up. Let's talk about interviews and preparedness, and number 2, how I appear, the dress code and all, and also then how I also speak. Has anything changed, and how should, even now, because we are the modern world that we are living in, how should someone behave, especially when they have been invited for an interview?
Thank you. So that's a good question. Job hiring has really changed. It has moved from the academic and experience-based, and it has incorporated something we are calling skill-based hiring. So we are not only looking at the degrees now. We are not only looking at the experiences, but we are also looking at the ability to apply knowledge. You see? So if someone has been called for an interview, the first thing is to research about the organization that they have been invited. Understand what kind of organization is it. Is it a multinational? Is it what? What are their values? You research, because serious organizations have websites, right? So you can be able to see their core values and everything they are in, and understand more about the organization. Then make sure you prepare your documents well. That means your CV, your original documents that you're going to carry, and also make sure you understand your CV. So that when you are told, tell us about yourself, you are not saying things that not line with
Yeah.
what you have indicated
Yeah,
in your
yeah.
documents. So you then on dress code, it depends on the job roles.
Okay, okay.
If you are going for, there are those organizations or those roles that don't need official wear, but I tell people just be decent.
Be decent.
So that when people look at you, because personal branding starts with how people see you. So dress code depends on the different roles, but then just be decent.
Yeah.
Don't go with untucked shirts, with this, these Crocs. I saw one come for interview with them, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's embarrassing. The decency, the way you look, you shave where you do. Yeah, just be decent,
Yeah.
let's say. So
Yeah.
if it's an official job, of course, you wear a suit. But these days, suits are not necessary.
Yeah.
It depends on the role. So you must study your role well
Yeah.
and what outfit fits the role or what is the norm
Yeah.
in your field. That's why I said you must also have your professional forums. You
Yeah.
follow them so that you understand what is
Yeah.
there in your
Yeah.
field. When you go for the interview again, the skill of communication is very, very critical. Communication skills.
Yeah.
The ability to listen and the ability to answer back.
Yeah.
We have been in interviews where people ask, sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
That is poor listening skills. So communication is not about speaking only,
But
even
also
the
listening.
ability to listen.
Yeah.
So we must also, that is the most key skill that is tested in the interview.
Listening.
Listening.
Yeah.
That shows your ability also to take instructions. Because if you cannot grab instructions at the first,
yeah.
it means then you are a poor listener.
Yeah.
And that may cost you also in achieving your targets, because it means you are poor instruction taker.
Yeah.
Then also the aspect of, communication, eye contact, how body language, how you answer questions. I went to as an interviewer, there's this one, also your language.
Yeah.
This one gentleman who said, I felt you could have given me more time. But then you also need to be considerate and understand the environment even before you ask your questions.
Yeah.
Your questions should be strategic. They should be strategic to the role that you are applying for, not unnecessary conversations.
Yeah.
So during the interview, communication is very, very critical, and communications includes verbal and non-verbal cues, so that people can be able to see how you're communicating, your body language and everything else. Then also be conversant with your area of specialization. So that when people ask you around your area, if it's human resource, you know the laws that govern that, you know all that. Yes. Your JD, you should also have studied it. Then negotiate well.
Yeah. Let's as we bring our conversation to a close as well. I'm looking at it in terms of the question that, especially when you go for an interview and you are asked this question in terms of salary expectations, of course, we all have dreams and aspirations and all, but then because of the disparate nature of some people, they are not so sure of how to answer. So how should someone navigate that question?
The salary negotiation is a critical question. And the reason why employers ask is for them to know where you are so that they can see their capability to pay. It's not just any question. However, I tell people you are selling your skill. So the same way a shopkeeper won't sell their products, you sell your skill right. But then you should have also done your research on the pay rates for that company. If you have someone who is there who can be able to give you just a range, just find out so that also you don't overquote. Also don't underquote. So it's all about you researching on the company where you're going and also being also realistic. Like this skill I have, how much would I sell it? Then you sell it in a realistic way. And also I would encourage the graduates not to be too choosy. Because jobs are scarce, but opportunities are there. So what they need to do is get something that is meaningful for them to do. Because now the more you stay at home, the more obsolete you are likely to become. So I would encourage them, because we are in a generation where people think employment is not good, but employment is not bad. It depends on your perception towards it. So it is good for them to go out there, sell their skills, volunteer, so that they also learn the people's skills, because the job market of today, the practical realities of the workplace for our graduates have not really sunk. So they need to go there outside. That's why we send them for attachments. But then on top of that, after graduation, someone needs to move out to the workplaces where they would want to work, volunteer, or even do an internship, for them to understand the realities on the ground, so that they can be able also to cope with other things. Yes.
Thank you. You mentioned your book, Navigating the Career World.
Yes.
What are some of the highlights of the book, and also how can someone get access to that book?
Yeah, my book highlights much on the real behaviors of the workplace.
Okay.
Because it's not about the education.
No.
Education you have. But then when you come to the workplace, there's the art of professionalism. There's what you are supposed to do for you to navigate in the workplace. So it mentions more on when you enter the job market, what you require. When you are in the workplace, what are the behaviors that will help you grow? And then how should you exit a workplace? If today you got a job, George, what should you do? How do you exit? Because we don't cross bridges. Yes, you exit in a professional way. My book, I will give you my number, so that anyone who wants, I can send it.
All right. And I think also, as we bring it to a close, what is it called? How people can get in touch with you. And at the beginning, you had mentioned about mentorship and trainings. So how do you do them, and when is the next one, and how can people register?
Okay, I have a company called Zuri Business Consultants. That is my consultancy firm. So if you go to LinkedIn, you search Zuri Business Consultants. You go to Facebook, you go to YouTube, you're going to our website. Also, you can be able to get our website, Zuri Business Consultants. And we do corporate trainings, we do mentorship programs, we do restructuring, setting up the HR departments. And right now, we have a mentorship program coming up for all professionals. Any professional who wants to join is welcome to join and learn. And we are featuring personal brand communication. Because one of the problems that professionals have is not the skills.
No.
It is them being visible. How do I tell people I am a doctor? How do I talk to people and gain influence? Then the other thing I really feel professionals need to do is how to manage work pressure. Because now you have to manage work pressure and you have to manage other aspects of life. In the upcoming mentorship program, we have that. Navigating work politics. Yes. For you to rise, you must manage politics. That's critical for every professional. And the last one is conflict and crisis management. How do you manage crisis? How do you manage times of crisis? How do you manage them? So those are the 4 sessions we will be covering in the 12 weeks intensive program. One can choose any. It's a flexible program. If you want to do branding, you can pay for branding. One session is just 2,500. Then if you want to do all, it's 10,000. It is a 12 weeks intensive program. For myself, I call myself CRP Certified Human Resource Professional. Susan Nkanata. You can also search for me in my LinkedIn, and you can follow what I put there. My number is 0726 213 537. Yes. For the company is 0100 156 020. If you call both, you can be able to be helped.
All right.
Yes.
Dr. Susan Nkanata, thank you so much. Indeed, you are a resource to this nation as well. And thank you for the good work that you are doing in as far as, helping in as far as the job market is concerned. And so thank you so very much. Continue doing the good work that you are doing, and also even shaping the futures through, the trainings, the mentorships, as well as the lecturing that you are undertaking at Kirinyaga University. And so thank you so very much, and it was an honor to have hosted you this morning.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. I know that you are now better equipped. You are in a better position as well as you continue to navigate the career landscape as the preparedness for the job market is concerned. You can share this link with someone who would want to hear and they were not able to hear this particular conversation. And also make sure to engage with Dr. Susan, and also you can visit the company's pages as well, interact with them, and let's see where you will end up as well. So thank you so much. God willing, we do this again tomorrow morning, same time, same place. From me, George Gishuru, and the entire crew, we wish you a blessed and a fruitful day ahead. Kwaheri for now.